Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, wildfires raging, the tropical threat taking aim, and record heat taking hold. Extreme heat surging, fueling more than 20 wildfires out west, and a state of emergency in New Mexico. 70 million people across at least 14 states under heat alerts. Ginger has the new warnings as the tropical threat bears down on Texas.
Boeing CEO facing tough questions on Capitol Hill, accused of cutting corners.
I don't recognize any of the Boeing you described.
Really?
And I want to assure...
You don't recognize the Boeing that has airplanes falling out of the sky?
After a series of safety lapses, the fiery moments, and the apology to families of 2 deadly crashes.
Home collapse. 11 people hospitalized in Syracuse, New York, including children. The investigation into what caused the possible explosion.
Exclusive new details as the House Ethics Committee reveals it's still looking into allegations against Congressman Matt Gaetz, including sexual misconduct. Signal blocked. The nation's second largest school district banning cell phones from classrooms. Plus, the governor now calling for statewide restrictions. The reaction from parents this morning.
Justin Timberlake arrested, charged with DWI. Surveillance video appearing to capture his car driving erratically. Now, what's next for the pop star?
Buster Murdaugh suing media companies for accusing him of being involved in his classmate's death. How the son of convicted double murderer Alec Murdaugh is fighting back.
Saying goodbye to the Say Hey Kid, Hall of Famer and one of the greatest baseball players of all time, Willie Mays, passing away. This morning, the Giants' life and legacy.
And rolling in the dough.
Finding cash can be as thrilling as, oh my God.
So why are we at one of the nation's top amusement parks?
Show me the money!
That's right.
Geo is back at it, helping people coast through finding missing cash.
Show me my wife's money.
How you can score free money for your family, too.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America. We're glad to have Whit and Rebecca with us this morning as we mark Juneteenth.
Take a live look here at Galveston, Texas, where the holiday was born. 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, troops came to Galveston on June 19th. That's how we get the name Juneteenth, 1865, to enforce the law freeing enslaved people.
And the city has celebrated Juneteenth ever since. And coming up, we will have the inspiring story about the 97-year-old known as the grandmother of Juneteenth.
Yeah, we are looking forward to that. But we're going to begin with the extreme heat taking hold in the Midwest and Northeast. Ginger's tracking the new records and warnings. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning. So Caribou, Maine, one of the northernmost cities in the lower 48, could see their hottest heat index on record. Could feel like 104 degrees. And this is June, so we haven't done it in July or August. And that's what makes these records so intense. Syracuse broke a record. They could see the longest stretch of 94 plus in June. And all of these are still falling. We're in the heart of it, where it's attacking the Northeast right now. This morning, more than 70 million Americans in 15 states now under heat alerts.
We knew it was going to be hot, not this hot, though. It's a different type of feel, like this is very humid hot.
The map looking more like late July or August.
It's a little bit toasty today.
The average number of heat waves that major cities like New York City get each year has doubled since the 1980s.
Places normally very pleasant this time of year are going to have an excess of 106 degrees.
In Massachusetts, as temps soared into the 90s and heat-related calls started coming in, 911 services, unfortunately, were knocked out statewide for hours. In western states, at least 20 large wildfires are burning. A state of emergency declared in New Mexico. At least one person was killed, as evacuations for both the South Fork and Salt fires remain.
It's pretty tough. That's just been our happy place.
Today it is Detroit, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and then we're going to stay in it through tomorrow before storms start to break things. The heat advisories go all the way from Maine, still back into Indiana and Michigan, but that excessive heat watch is up for Philadelphia going through the weekend. And you'll see why. That heat dome, it's not just not going anywhere. It backs itself right up over the South. So now Atlanta, Nashville, Raleigh, you'll be talking about records going into next weekend or this weekend. Nashville here at 100 as you go through Saturday and Sunday. Pittsburgh Pittsburgh still 97 for Saturday. And I wanted to end with this because summer temperatures since 1970 have gone up considerably. We're talking about overnight lows, which go up even warmer. A lot of this warming happens while we're sleeping, and then the highs as well. Plus 3 degrees in the west and 2 there through the mid-Atlantic up the northeast.
And we know you'll continue to watch and keep sipping that water wherever you are and pay attention to the warnings. Ginger, thank you. We turn now to the chief executive of Boeing on Capitol Hill. The nation's biggest aircraft manufacturer is under scrutiny after years of safety lapses. Our transportation correspondent, Gio Benitez, has more. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, Rebecca, good morning. Yeah, lawmakers say that a dozen whistleblowers have come forward with allegations and evidence that Boeing is cutting corners on production, the Boeing CEO taking all the heat. It was a fiery moment on Capitol Hill.
Mr. Calhoun, what is it that you get paid currently?
That's a big number, sir.
Well, let me help you out. It's $32.8 million this year. Does that sound right?
Yes, it does.
Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun in the hot seat for the first time since that door plug flew off the Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 in January.
You're cutting corners. You are eliminating safety procedures. You are sticking it to your employees. You are cutting back jobs because you're trying to squeeze every piece of profit you can out of this country. This company. You're strip mining it.
I don't recognize any of the Boeing you described.
Really?
And I want to assure...
You don't recognize the Boeing that has airplanes falling out of the sky, that has had 2 Maxes crash, that has had pieces of doors fall out of the sky?
This in the midst of a Justice Department investigation into whether or not Boeing broke the terms of a $2.5 billion agreement with the feds, avoiding criminal prosecution over those 2 deadly 737 MAX crashes in 2018 and 2019. The victims' families appearing on Capitol Hill, Calhoun turning to them to apologize.
I want you to know we are totally committed in their memory to work and focus on safety.
Meanwhile, a record number of Americans are taking to the skies for summer travel. This inquiry should not have any impact on those travels, at least for now, Whit.
Definitely some heated moments there on the Hill. Gio, thank you. Now to Russian President Vladimir Putin in North Korea, meeting with Kim Jong Un, who pledged continued support for Russia's war against Ukraine. Our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, is tracking the latest from Washington. Martha, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. This morning, North Korea welcomed Vladimir Putin in spectacular style. Huge crowds filled Pyongyang's main square under a broiling sun. Flags from Russia and North Korea waved together. Goose-stepping soldiers, thousands of them, paraded before the 2 leaders. But this visit is about more than festivities. It is an in-your-face show of unity born of necessity. Kim provides Russia hundreds of thousands of artillery rounds and missiles for its war in Ukraine. And in return, Kim is hoping Putin will help him with his nuclear and ballistic missile program. And indeed, after hours of meetings, the 2 leaders did pledge support for one another in what Putin called a fight against the imperialist policies of the U.S. and its allies against Russia. And Kim called it a fiery friendship that is now closer than ever, a friendship that the U.S. finds increasingly worrisome. Michael?
Yeah, that sounds about right there, Martha. Thank you so much for that. We're going to go overseas now to Israel. And Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu accusing the Biden administration of withholding shipments of U.S. weapons. The White House issued a sharp denial. Our foreign correspondent, Tom Sufi-Burge, is in northern Israel for us this morning. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Michael. Here in northern Israel, the IDF warning that operational plans for a potential offensive in Lebanon, just in the distance there, have been approved and validated as tensions between the Biden administration and the Israeli government over arms supplies appear to be boiling over. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu releasing an angry video message accusing the US of, quote, withholding weapons and ammunition from Israel, claiming that is limiting Israel's ability to, quote, finish the job faster in Gaza. The White House saying only 1 shipment of 2,000-pound bombs to Israel has been delayed, something President Biden announced last month. The US withholding those heavy munitions from Israel to reduce civilian deaths in Gaza, say US officials. And on the suggestion that more weaponry and ammunition is being withheld, the White House saying it doesn't know what Netanyahu is talking about, adding there are no other pauses to weapon supplies. It comes as Israel's foreign minister warns they're close to, quote, changing the rules of the game against Hezbollah and Lebanon as attacks on both sides of the border, just a few miles north of where we are, continue. Rebecca?
Okay, Tom, thank you. We turn now to Washington and new developments in an ethics investigation into Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. The House Ethics Committee has released a statement on the probe into a number of serious allegations, including sexual misconduct. Rachel Scott is on Capitol Hill with the exclusive details. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, Rebecca, good morning to you. Yes, this is a rare and unusually detailed statement from the House Ethics Committee, making it clear that it's still looking into Florida Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz. And it comes as ABC News learns new exclusive details about what witnesses told the committee.
This morning, Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz is under investigation. The House Ethics Committee revealing that it is continuing to probe Gaetz over explosive allegations, including that he engaged in sexual misconduct and illicit drug use, accepted improper gifts, and that he sought to obstruct government investigations of his conduct. Sources tell ABC News the committee has interviewed at least a half a dozen women who allegedly attended parties where the Florida congressman was also present, and who were paid by Gaetz' one-time close friend Joel Greenberg, who pleaded guilty to wire fraud and sex trafficking a minor. ABC News learning the committee has obtained Gaetz' Venmo records. Sources say one woman testified that a Venmo payment from Gaetz was for sex. Others saying they were paid to attend parties with Gaetz that featured drugs. The Republican lawmaker and close ally of Donald Trump has denied all the allegations against him. In a tweet Monday, Gaetz saying in part, "Every investigation into me ends the same way, my exoneration." But last year, the federal government informed Gaetz it was declining to bring charges, allowing the committee's probe to now resume.
The House Ethics Committee declined to comment on our new reporting. In a separate statement, the committee says that it's no longer pursuing allegations that the Florida congressman shared inappropriate videos on the House floor or misused state identification records. If investigators on the committee do find any evidence of wrongdoing, it can recommend for the full House to take action, including censure or expulsion. Whit.
All right, Rachel Scott for us this morning. Thank you. Now to the house collapse in Syracuse, New York. 11 people hospitalized, including children, after what witnesses described as an explosion. Morgan Norwood is in Syracuse with the latest on the investigation. Morgan, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Just a devastating scene here. You can see it right behind me. The gable of this home, it's pretty much the only thing that's intact. The rest of the home pancaked underneath. Along with that car, you can see it smashed right behind me here. Officials had to pull a little girl from that vehicle. But this morning, crews are back here on the scene trying to figure out what led up to all of this.
Kids screaming. I'm getting multiple calls on fire from residents.
Overnight, an urgent investigation into what caused a devastating house collapse in Syracuse Tuesday afternoon. According to authorities, the collapse was likely caused by an explosion. This building crumbling to the ground, sending 11 people to the hospital.
10 were taken by ambulance from the scene to the hospital. At that point in the incident, there were 8 that were transported, advanced life support.
Officials bringing in search dogs to help look for people trapped inside, but not finding anyone. More than 50 firefighters on the scene, several frantically combing through the collapsed building, searching for residents, including children trapped inside.
One child trapped in the vehicle and one child trapped in the residence.
The fire chief says a car was buried underneath the rubble. Neighbor Charlie Zuck felt the explosion from his house, rushing to the huge pile of debris, looking for survivors.
I was just hoping that nobody was inside, and obviously there were.
Authorities declaring the neighborhood safe.
It's a search and rescue operation as well as an ongoing investigation. And at this point, praying for the victims and hoping for the best possible outcome.
Now, firefighters reported smelling the smell of gas when they arrived, but according to a spokesperson for National Grid, that is the gas company here, there were no reports of any gas leaks before the collapse or the explosion. Of course, crews will be back out here today to confirm. Michael?
All right, thank you so much for that, Morgan. Now to remembering the man who many say was the greatest player to ever grace a baseball field, Willie Mays, passing away at age 93. Will Reeve joined us now with more about this incredible career and legacy. Good morning, Will.
Good morning to you, Michael. His peers, baseball historians, and fans across generations agree Willie Mays was a singular figure in the story of baseball and thus the story of this country. The ultimate combination of speed and power, grace and joy. Willie Mays will be remembered forever.
Overnight, saying goodbye to the Say Hey kid.
It's a home run.
Willie Mays, one of the greatest baseball players to ever live, died Tuesday. Born in Alabama, Mays began his professional career as a teenager. starring for the Birmingham Black Barons of the Negro Leagues.
I had to stay in school, so I played Saturday and Sunday when school was in. When school was out, I would go on the road with them.
The day he graduated high school, he signed with the New York Giants, becoming just the 10th black player in Major League Baseball.
Number 24 in your program, number 1 in your heart, Willie Mays.
For the next 2 decades, his accomplishments staggering.
Willie Mays gets a great ovation from the crowd.
2 MVP awards, 24 All-Star games. His first hit, a home run. He would hit 660 of them in his career.
2-0 delivery, and Mays sends another one. It's going far up into the center field bleachers.
And in 1954, he won a World Series championship, punctuated by perhaps the most famous play in baseball history.
There's a long drive, way back in center field, way back, it is.
Known for eternity as the catch. Mays missed nearly 2 full seasons at the beginning of his career when he was drafted into the Army during the Korean War. Years later, Mays returned to New York to finish his career with the New York Mets.
It's difficult right now to even try to explain to you how much I love baseball and how much baseball means to me. I think we had what you call a love affair.
He was known for his all-around brilliance and the joy he showed in playing.
Mays hits it into left field.
And brought to fans who came to see him.
Every time I went on the field, I enjoyed what I was doing. I gave everything I had.
In 1979, Mays was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Major League Baseball later naming the World Series MVP award after Mays. Overnight, the Giants chairman saying Mays had a profound influence, not only on the game of baseball, but on the fabric of America.
As we remember Willie Mays.
Ballparks across the country pausing to pay tribute to Mays, including Rickwood Field in Birmingham, where it all began.
We will always cherish the memory and life of the great Willie Mays.
Willie Mays was 93 years old.
And Mays' death comes amid Major League Baseball's celebration of the Negro Leagues at Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama, that very place where Mays' career began. Tonight there's a Juneteenth celebration, and tomorrow the St. Louis Cardinals will face Mays' San Francisco Giants, guys.
And I know, Whit, you grew up in the San Francisco area.
Yeah, as a Giants fan, the other Giants, right, Michael? I mean, as a fan growing up, going to the games at the park, I mean, they named Oracle Park, gave it the address 24 Willie Mays Plaza, the big statue in front. His legacy just loomed over everything. Just an icon in every way.
He had joy, and he made it look easy.
Absolutely.
Made it look easy. I mean, what a man, the catch. Never forget.